Alright, huge movie fanatics coming back to review the fourth Terminator movie. Well, even if they make another one, it's still going to be the fourth Terminator movie, but it's the latest one at this point in time. Aren't they talking about 5 with Arnold or something? Which is
but it's going to be a reboot with Arnold, and I'm done with.
Yeah, totally. I mean, these Terminators look old just to try to fool the victims, right?
It would work on me. I'd be like, that guy doesn't look intimidating.
I know, that's too bad. I didn't mention, of course, like we famously don't in the third one, how at the time I thought it was going to be his last movie, because then he was going to go on to whatever, which he did. But I thought that would have been the perfect last movie, and for so long I thought it was, and unfortunately it isn't. So on to Terminator Salvation. Now this came out in 2009, right? And by then, I mean, I was just like, whatever. I mean, first of all, with T3, it's like Terminator with no Cameron, and then now we're doing a Terminator with no Cameron or Arnold, and it's almost like, what the fuck is the point? And oh god, this is the famous Christian Bale scene where he spazzed out on
yeah, I forgot about that
set, which is great. And now, was John Connor, what was this originally about? Didn't they make John Connor more of a character because of Bale or whatever?
Bale was supposed to be John Connor in a cameo, basically, and then he kind of retconned the screenplay to incorporate him more. That said, and he does a good job in the movie. I will say, Christian Bale is really good as John Connor in this movie. That said, the John Connor stuff falls flat as hell. The Kyle Reese stuff, which the movie is supposed to be about Kyle Reese, works really well in the movie.
Now, is that Chekhov?
Yeah, it's Chekhov. And he does a really good job in this movie.
I haven't seen this probably since maybe 2010, so, but
Did you watch the director's cut?
Yeah, I have.
I like the director's cut a lot more than the theatrical cut, even though it's only like a couple minutes difference or whatnot. It feels more Terminator, I don't know why.
Yeah, isn't there some scene in the beginning that wasn't even in the...
Yeah.
Because I remember in the theatrical, in the very beginning, they go into this thing and it's like, it seems like it's a build-up to something and then nothing happens. I mean, I like the very, very, very first shot where it's like the point of view of whatever it is, like a missile, isn't it a missile or something?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm like, ooh, cool, this is going to be cool, and then not so cool. One thing I liked is like it's a 2-star movie for me. I just think it's mostly just summer crap. One thing I did like was some of the lesser, like, evolved Terminator models and stuff were kind of cool, like from early 90s.
T-600?
Yeah, like Albert Pune, like movie, like, reminds you of something out of like, what's that movie called? Cyborg,
Yeah.
So I kind of like those humanoid Terminators that weren't fully, they were just sloppily, I kind of like some of them designed and all that kind of stuff. Ultimately, it's just a movie, I don't know, it's just a 2-star, mostly crap. I'll hand it off to you.
I actually like the movie.
Oh, okay.
I'd give it 3 stars. Again, it's a good action movie. I like that they took it back to the basic elements of the first movie, which is just, these are monsters. And like, they're not good guys anymore at all. They don't.
You mean, no hero.
Like,
well, I
there's
suppose
no
that's,
hero Terminators.
That's a good element.
You have the one Terminator that's sort of like a hybrid where it's human, but it's also a Terminator, which is played by Sam Worthington, who...
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. No one knew then until a few months later.
He did Avatar. And he's
well, he had probably already done Avatar when they filmed.
He did a really good job in the movie, and I like the whole Pinocchio Terminator idea where he doesn't know he's not a real boy.
Blade Runner.
And that was cool, but it wasn't anything really new. I like that. As I said, the stuff that worked best, like, it was supposed to be about him and Kyle Reese, and like they're tied together, and
God damn it.
And that stuff was the best stuff in the movie. Christian Bale does really well as John Connor, and I really like his moments, and he gets to say "I'll be back" in this one, which I thought he delivered really well.
I can't remember.
I think his wife is on the phone with him, and she's on the phone with the submarine, which is where all of humanity, important people lie, and she's like, they're saying they want you, and then he's like, tell him I'm away, and she's like, well, what do you want me to tell him? And he's like, I'll be back, and then he just turns, and I was like, that's kind of badass. But at the same time, it was like, It's only badass because it's the Terminator.
Yeah. If he said that in American Psycho.
Yeah, no. Like, as I said, he does a really good job with a character that's kind of pointless in the movie. I did like the showdown at the end of the movie where he fights the T-800.
What was that, the Terminator CG?
No, that was the Arnold. Well, yeah. I liked that, and then like it was cool once the skin got blown off of him and whatnot. Where it was like the ending of the first movie, where this thing is just not stopping. It keeps coming and coming and coming, and that's what the Terminator always was. You didn't really get that in the third movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So little aspects like that where what kind of worked for me. I think it's the worst of the Terminator movies by far.
Definitely.
But I still would recommend it. I give it 3 stars, just because there's a lot of elements I like. But it's so sad, like watching, because when I rewatched them recently, I did it out of order. I watched 3 and 4, which kind of work together in tandem, and then I watched 1 and 2, and it's just like, whoa, yikes. But anyway, Terminator 4 gets 3 and 2.
Yeah, Terminator Salvation, yeah. Isn't that one guy, I can't remember his name, from Total Recall, he's in the submarine, right?
Yeah.
Is it Michael Ironside or
something like that, yeah.
I liked him from Total Recall.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Alright. I don't have a lot to say. It's just, like I said, well, I've said it. Thanks for watching.